Hello everyone, it's ZenPlays here, and today we're starting a brand new type of content on the channel, which is gear build showcases. In these types of videos, I'll be going over different weapons and some example gear builds on what you could use for these weapons. So, the first episode, we're going to be going over the Heavy Splatling Deco. Now, the Heavy Splatling Deco is a pretty interesting weapon. For a Splatling, it has Splash Wall and Bubble Blower, and I think this is a really unique combination because although Splash Wall cannot help pop the bubbles, the Splatling does a really good job of popping bubbles or sustaining them, and Splash Wall is really nice to just plant and set up with the Heavy Splatling somewhere on the map. So, let's go over what makes this build so special. So first, as most people might notice, this build is using a 1.6 run speed. And by the way, for those of you who don't know, when I say 1.6, that means 1 main and 6 subs of run speed. Now, the run speed part makes this build extremely mobile. And although it is personally my personal preference, lots of people can choose to run even more, or maybe a bit less, run speed on their heavy Splatlings. The minimum I'd suggest is 1.3. And I feel like 1.6 though allows the Splatling to have just enough mobility so that it can be useful in a close quarters combat situation, but it also has enough mobility so that you can easily move to different sections of the map to help support your team. So the rest of the abilities are either going to be utility subs, such as the 1 sub of ink resistance, and that's just useful to help you if you're standing and you end up moving through a small blotch of enemy ink. It makes it so that you don't slow down to a crawl. Then the other and last utility ability is the quick super jump, and 2 subs makes a dramatic difference on how fast you super jump as compared to your base super jump speed. It's not recommended that you run any more than that, although 1 main sometimes is acceptable, but anything in between 1 sub to 1 main quick super jump is usable. Now the last 2 abilities lead to benefit the special, which is Bubble Blower. So, special power-up increases the size of bubbles, and this is very important as it means they have a larger hitbox, so they can damage enemies easier if they're running through them, and they also have a bigger explosion radius. So, special power-up greatly helps the bubbles. Although I'm only running 1 main, some people run a pure, or maybe even as low as 2 subs of special power, but since I had room on this build, I just ran 1 full main. And the last ability is going to be the Object Shredder. And Object Shredder is just helpful in general in Splatlings, since it shoots so fast. It helps tear through armor, it helps tear through the Rainmaker shield, but on this weapon specifically, I consider it almost mandatory because of the fact that you have Bubble Blower as your special. As Bubble Blower, the bubbles that you create from Bubble Blower are a lot easier to destroy when you're using Object Shredder. You can easily just let off a couple of partial charges, and it's really easy to just pop the bubbles, get some paint down, and get some easy picks in high contested areas. So, now that I've gotten that out of the way, why don't I hop into a few ranked matches and show you this build in action. Alright, here we are on Starfist main stage. I'm running the build as well as the Heavy Splatling Deco. So, we'll see how this goes. Seem to have pretty balanced comps all around, although they don't have a weapon that outranges me, so this should be kind of nice. So I'm going to set up on the snipe here, and I know that it's kind of weird because I'm running wall, but yeah. On other maps you'd set up in a position where you can grab the wall. Okay, that was really bad, I'm not going to lie. I see this flanking here, I'm going to try and help my team. Nope. Okay, and because of that Object Shredder, we can pop this a lot easier, even though there's rain on it. And now we have bubbles too, so since they're 2 down, our teammates should pick up. And I'm kind of using bubbles to sniff out anyone, like people that are behind us. Missiles on us, so I'm going to back up. That Rainmaker's probably going to die. This is a good situation to place down your wall and kind of set up here. You're kind of exposed if anyone comes from the snipe, but okay, that was a bit over-aggressive, I'm going to be completely honest. We at least got the kill on the 52. Alright. And because of the quick super jump, we can get in there just a bit faster. Yep. Alright, we're stuck at 1. I don't know whether it's worth it to contest. Probably not. I'm just gonna back up. I'll throw a wall behind me to slow me down and possibly protect them. Protect the jumps. They're using bubbles, but because we're using Object Shredder, those bubbles just got shredded. Hence the name. Can't really seem to break through here. I'm gonna back up again just so that our teammates can jump in. Alright, looks like they reset the Rainmaker. See, this dude over here is probably gonna try and push in with the rain, so I'm definitely gonna back up even more. Yeah, this weapon is a backline, so you want to be the anchor of your team. You want to make sure that if you're the last one left, you're backing up and trying to stay safe for your team to jump in. You can be a bit of a distraction sometimes so that, you know, if enemies are focusing you down. Alright, so, they had 1 person left, so I'm going to try and paint up forward with these bubbles. Couldn't get anyone, sadly. Place a wall down. Oop. Okay, I just got outplayed by those duelies, but our teammate got it, so that was good. Nice, quick, and easy match. Quick KO, just to show. This build synergizes really well in Rainmaker. I'd say it's one of its strongest modes. I didn't do too hot, but, you know, you're a Splatling, it's all about the support, right? So, that's nice. Great. Okay, you know, that's X rank for you. I think I'll do one more. Oh, that's a high power compared to where I'm at right now, so I wouldn't be surprised if I didn't do that well. I have a charger, and normally chargers are annoying when you're playing any other Splatling, but I think that the heavy Deco is best equipped to fight chargers because it has the wall. Now obviously we're still on Starfish, so I'm not going to pop out the wall right away, but it's nice. It's a nice thing to use and be conscious of. Alright, we got the Sploosh. I see that Slosher. Alright, they're 3 down right now, so fine, I'll pick up team. Since you seem to be so reluctant to. Alright, they made a nice path for me at least. I probably shouldn't have been so selfish and just picked up the Rainmaker while we had a chance, to be fair. I just hate seeing specials like that go to waste. I'm in kind of far here, and the Rainmaker seems to be making a path, and I got sniped. Probably should have realized that was going to happen. Nice stingray by the Charger. But our teammate does take out the Rainmaker, so that's good. Right, their Sploosh has a splashdown ready, but they just used it. Alright, and I'm going to try and make sure they don't get any farther here. Right, you know, that's why you don't want to push them too far, especially on Rainmaker as a Splatling, because you always want to make sure that... Oh, that was sad. Stuff like that doesn't happen, where you push in too far and then get taken out by the opposite team. There's another Stingray. That Slosher has Baller. Yep. And he's dead there. Our teammate can kill it. Nice. Alright, our teammate got it, which is good, but this is a rough situation for us to be in. Never mind, our teammate got a triple. Last one's in our base. And we took care of him too. Alright, so we're now kind of resetting it. We need to get some map control. Yeah, I don't know what he was doing. Once I think we're relatively safe, I'm going to start pushing up here, top right, just so that we can get a higher vantage point over mid. And we're going to Ray here, and I got taken down because I can't aim, so this is a bad spot because we don't have many specials to defend. Alright, we do manage to take him down, that's good. All this ink here worries me. That ball on our snipe is going to be a severe pain, but we can at least delay the Rainmaker pop here. Especially if they pick it up. Alright. I placed that wall there just so that if they go through, they have to go through the area with the most coverage by me. You can see that a lot easier. Good missiles. Alright, so teammates might die. No, okay, they're smart. Die to that. And we're building up bubbles here, just so that hopefully that ray is tracking me like a hound. Jeez. Okay, great. Nice, and we got a wipe too while they were stinging. Alright, I do have bubbles. I'm going to save them for defense though, just in case that they break through. Bubbles are a really nice tool to get easy picks. See here. Yeah, I knew the slosher was approaching. Does he have ninja squid? Yeah. I figured. I couldn't see any ink trails, so. We have a carbon in there, causing havoc. Alright, I was gonna say I was gonna set up a wall in case they decide to push that way, which is where most people end up pushing through. Oh, that's a good slosher. Yeah, he singled me out there. Probably should have done more to avoid that, but couldn't really. 40 seconds left. We just have to hold this. Ow. Are they pushing forward? They probably are. Oh, there's one in our base. Alright. Oof. Yeah, that was bad. If that sploosh gets any farther... I don't know where that sploosh went. Alright. They look to be good. They're mostly cleared out besides that one guy. Whoever's there, I think that was his, that has to be the splatter shot. I'm just gonna kind of take camp by the Rainmaker, make sure that no one gets to it. Alright, we got it to reset and not have bubbles. Ah. Alright, that's fine. Not the best game by me, but then again, it's a high level lobby, so there's not really much I can do other than try and just play a support role, which is what we did. We got paint down, we activated bubbles when we needed to, we placed some helpful walls. Yeah, obviously not the best games, but you know, it's not often that I use the heavy deco anymore, but it's a fun weapon. And if you guys are looking for a build for it, here's my personal one. I'd say that it's not the most meta build right now, just because like I tend to use a bit more special power than most people use. I'm not using any swim speed, and I'm not using any what's it called, special saver as well. But I think that it's a pretty decently balanced build, and if you guys are looking for a build to at least start with and then build off on based on your personal preferences, this is definitely the way to go, in my humble opinion. So make any edits, you know, add swim speed, add special saver, remove some run speed if you really want to. But yeah, I'm hoping to start uploading these for some of my other weapons, some of my mains. I would upload this for, you know, heavy Splatling and charger, but Stingray got nerfed recently, and I need to adjust my builds to that. So I'll probably have some of those types of, more of these types of videos for different weapons up soon, maybe later this week. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Hope this helped you if you're looking for a build for the heavy Splatling Deco. If you have any suggestions on weapons you want me to do, leave them down in the comments below. For reference, I primarily play backline, but I have so many chunks at this point that I could just make a build for whatever weapon that, you know, I'm looking at. So yeah, leave any suggestions for weapons that you want builds for. I'll try my best to make a decently balanced build. Just a disclaimer, these builds are not going to be meta by any standards, because I'm not, you know, like the best player, but it's just my opinion. So yeah, that's about it for today. If you liked the video, leave a like, comment. I already said that. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe. This is Zen, signing off.